This is the first episode we've done where I haven't looked in the mirror before starting, so I hope whatever's happening here is pretty good. So we're just doing this kind of lazy campsite dinner. It happens to be morning right now. It would work great for breakfast too. Lucky for us. Oh, I gotta light this thing. But it's a great campsite dinner. And this is no like, there we go. This is no, I'm not trying to show off any kind of like hunting skills, or I didn't catch any fish today. We're just a couple of people that drove up to a campsite, and we have a couple things in cans, and we stopped at the store and grabbed a couple vegetables, and it's gonna be a really good dinner. And all we're using is one little camp stove and one small pot. There are a few necessities that I always bring with me camping, like a cutting board and a good knife. Those are some main ones. We also keep, you know, the standard stuff ready to go. We have a little bottle of soap and a little sponge, but the main thing for me with camping is to keep it simple. I don't want to have a ton of fresh veggies that are gonna get wilted and just go bad in the cooler, or end up swimming in a bunch of melted ice in the bottom of the cooler. That's the worst. So I'm using really hearty ingredients that if we don't use them all now, they'll still be fine by the time we take them home. So anyway, enough about camping, more about what we're making. So we have like half of a yam in here, a sweet potato, and it's just kind of steaming away in a little bit of water. And I'm gonna throw in, because I didn't want lettuce because it's too wilty and wimpy, I just got a bunch of broccoli. I'm just gonna throw that in the top, in with the sweet potato. Cut it pretty small so it cooks evenly. The sweet potato's been cooking already for about 6 or so minutes, so it's almost done. And the broccoli's in there. And this is the best thing about camping, you can just, you know, wipe things all over the place. So while that's happening, I'm gonna chop some veggies. I don't know how you guys feel about raw onion, but I'm kind of a big raw onion fan. I think we're gonna want a little bit of that in our burritos, just for a little fresh zip. Onion's a bit of a weird one for taking away. I guess we'll have to just find something to wrap it really well. So we're at a place called Kin Beach Campground in Comox, BC. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna do about 1/4 of an onion. I'm just gonna dice it small. This is not how you dice an onion. If you've seen my onion dicing video, you'll see that I'm totally doing it wrong. But very few rules apply when you're camping, I'd say. Just make it good. So I've got a little bowl. I'm gonna throw the onion in here. And I have some tomato, 1 tomato. I'm not gonna use half a tomato because that would be really annoying to transport half a tomato home. That goes in there. This table is amazing, by the way, but it's not super ergonomic. I think we should find some rocks to kind of prop it up on next time. It might be perfect for you. I'm just really tall, so. And cilantro. A fair bit. This is probably going to be the one thing that wilts on the way home, but what can you do? Just going to stir that up, and hopefully you have a little salt. That's another necessity to bring camping. A little jar of salt that you can throw in here, because that'll completely change the game. We're gonna have to track down that salt. I don't think we have any. Let's see what's going on in here. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna leave the burner on. Take the veggies off and just drain them over here. And then in the same pot, I guess I'm using quite a few bowls. What's that? I'm gonna dump the veggies into a bowl and then do some refried beans in here. So I bought the kind that are already medium, so they've got like some spices and stuff in them because I didn't bring a bunch of spices with me, so that's handy. And you know what? If you have extra mixture, it might be best to even just pre-make a bunch of burritos. That way when you have a fire later on, you can have a midnight snack. Just reheat a burrito over the fire. I think that's a great idea. All right, we're getting close. Maybe just stick a lid on to help those steam up faster. So now we've got this nice salsa, this nice veggie mixture. I got some hot sauce. I had some hot sauce somewhere. One sec. I got this jalapeno pepper sauce in the campsite gift shop thing, or whatever it is, souvenirs, whatever they're selling. I guess it's not souvenirs, it's more like camp convenience food and stuff. Okay, so where are we at? And by the way, I mean, like, I don't know about you, but this to me is pretty organized for camping. I feel like usually things are a bit of a hot mess. I don't have a cheese grater, but I do want cheese, so I'm just gonna put it into like little tiny cubes. Can you tell that I'm trying to be a little bit quiet? Because there are people around. And I don't want them to think we're weird. But we totally are. I'm not using my big knife for this, mostly because I just don't feel like getting it dirty. Little cubes of smoked cheddar. If you can't already tell, I'm totally making this up as I go. This isn't a recipe. It's a recipe for a good time is what it is. I'm not using this. Okay, so, oh, and pickled jalapeños, almost forgot about those. So what I might do is throw a little bit of this juice into the sweet potato and broccoli mixture, just to jazz it up a little bit. Give it a little toss. And I totally put salt in there. You might not have caught that, but I did. Okay, and now it's time to build some burritos. And I don't have plates either. We're not the most organized of campers, I have to say. But we make do. So we've got these corn or flour tortillas. I'm imagining some kind of like big cinematic, like making the burrito, like bum bum bum. Okay, so now let's make a burrito. So we've got some of the hot beans. I friggin' love refried beans, you guys. This is like, I could eat them every single day. Pinto beans are my favorite ones to refry when I'm making them from scratch. Maybe I should make a video of refried pinto beans. That's a good one. And we've got the brock and the sweet potato, bit of cheese, and a bit of this fresh onion, tomato, cilantro mixture, i.e. salsa. And then a little bit of this hot sauce from the campsite convenience store. Let's just hope it's any good. Haven't actually tried it yet. And then we attempt to roll this beast. Just gonna go up and over. Just kind of pull back on it a bit to tighten it up. And then side, and then other side. If it looks like it's going to be too big, the way to deal with that is to only fold it up on one side. But this one's going to be a beauty. Look at that. Perfect little burrito. And then you can just use your paper towel that you're using to kind of roll it up, pass it to a friend or a loved one, and you're happy campers, literally. Beans. We'll be a bit more conservative this time. Veggies. Cheese. Salsa. More tomatoes in there because tomatoes are good. Oh, and I forgot about the hot sauce. So this one gets hot sauce, no jalapeños. Oh, it's really watery hot sauce. Okay, let's do this again. I'm gonna go up and over first because these are kind of small. Up and over. And pull it back. Then come the sides. And then roll. There we go. This is a much more manageable burrito. It's also gonna be mine. It's great. Happy camping and happy dinner time. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Broccoli and bean burritos. Easy cleanup, no nonsense. And then you can spend your day doing camping stuff.